Be able to talk about a topic which I'm quite passionate about, obesity, and what are the factors which control it, and whether it is to do with the mind or is it some other issues going around. Coming to the high-tech city, I thought I would talk to you in your language. When God made the human body, He made it in a perfect way, with a perfect hardware and a software, which is the body and the mind. So they interact. It used to interact very properly in a coordinated fashion, where the body weight is maintained by the impulses from the gut, the adipose tissue, and with perfect harmony they used to maintain the weight. So if you look at the slide, it will show that in the brain-gut adipose tissue, impulses from the adipose tissue. First of all, the fat is an important organ which is which gives energy during starvation. So the impulses from the messages from the high adipose tissue goes to the brain, and also from the brain it goes to the gut to whether to take in more food or not, and when to stop. So all this usually happens in good harmony, in perfect harmony. But the brain also has higher centers where it started function. Because of the external influences, we learn from the good things and also bad things from the type of food we eat. What is called as the hedonic influences, where we start eating for pleasure. So when the body functions as it normally should, it's in perfect balance. But when the brain starts showing its influence, then it goes haywire. So how does that happen? Because the reason why we eat is governed by quite a few influences if you look at it. So starting from the gastrointestinal signals, so whatever when the stomach is full, the impulses are sent to the brain saying that the stomach is full. So the brain sends impulses down to stop eating. So when you take a morsel of food, if the stomach is full, then if the body listens, if the mind listens to it, then it should say, okay, I'm full, and so it should stop. But what happens is the brain starts functioning on its own as artificial intelligence. It gains artificial intelligence. It uses associates food with other things like flavor and the smell. It associates it with pleasure. So we start eating the food not only for the sake of satiety and giving the nutrition, but also the pleasure it gives, and also associated with the previous experiences. For example, if you are feeling depressed or not down, you tend to eat some chocolate or something sweet, and that gets stored in the mind, saying that okay, this chocolate gives me pleasure. So when I'm feeling down, depressed, then I have to then chocolate may be the answer for what I need for the depression. Even though the gut says you got enough storage in adipose tissue and everything, but still it goes to choose eat, but instead of saying no, because that's where the brain learns the brain starts functioning in an automatic mode. So that's how the brain impulses. We learn from the previous experiences and go for pleasurable stuff rather than what is necessary. So these are the hedonic responses. So this is learned from the smell, taste, and then the decoration, the way the food is, the ice as food is served. So all these things give association between the taste, association between the pleasure given by the food rather than for the nutritive value itself. So the brain, we train the brain to say that this time we need to eat. Otherwise we feel, even though we are full, we still want to eat. And in the meal sizes again, if you're being used to eating large sizes of portions, say for example people who eat 6 idlis in the past, if you eat 4 idlis, then they will feel that you are being starved, even though the 4 idlis should be enough for somebody of a 70 kilogram weight. So meal sizes again, you train the brain that way, and then so the brain drives you to eat, even though the food, even though it's not necessary. And then you go for the highly palatable food, which are high.
I would like to request Dr. Kavita Reddy to present the memento to Dr. Shiv Charan and Dr. Kiran.